Previously on Euro Truck Simulator 2.
That's a view. That's a view. That's a view of the truck, isn't it? Wow, look at that. Anyway, right, I still haven't managed to get this time down any at all, which is really problematic. It means I've got about an hour's worth of driving when I may fall asleep. Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. So we're in France at the moment. The plan very much in France is to kind of have a... I think we're quite close to actually finishing it. We've got a few places to go. There's one here. Why haven't I been to Calais? It feels like I should have been to Calais. It's ridiculous that. I thought we would have been to Calais by now. Anyway, but we've only got a few places to go, actually. So we've got this place here. We've got Calais. We've got Reims. Dijon? Saint whatever that is. So this one, and that one. So there's not very many, to be honest. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 places. 9 if you include that one, I'm guessing. I don't think it is 9, though. I feel like it's a bit shorter than that. Anyway, but this is a good place because this looks like we can probably get over to Calais. It's amazing, actually. I obviously have never been to Dover either. That's quite weird. I've been to, do you know what it is? I've been to the Eurotunnel, but for some reason not taken any other route. Anyway, we did last week. We did a yacht. I rather enjoyed doing the yacht, to be honest with you. That was quite a lot of fun. That was just. I like yachts because it's almost always like a little squeaky sort of tight, squeaky little tight little roads you have to go down. So it's quite good fun. Anyway, let's choose where we are. Let's choose a freight market thing, and let's see if we can find ourselves a job that takes us hopefully to Calais. I could do with one that takes us to Calais, actually, if we can find one. Let's see if we can find one that takes us that way. Felixstowe. There's one that takes us to one of the places I want to go to, which is the one that's just down the road. We may be able to go there and then find one that takes us the rest of the way. That might be the way to go with this. One's literally on top of it. I'll tell you what, we'll go with that one. We'll go with the generators. 21 tons of generators there. It's an urgent delivery. It's an urgent one, and it's a high-value cargo because it's diesel generators. So they're inside this large container. So we'll set the GPS, and we'll do that one there, and then let's hope it gives us another one going the other direction. It's funny because I was asking in the comments, and I can't remember who answered, but whether or not achievement-wise there was. I love the rain. I've got to love the rain. Achievement-wise, whether or not there was any sort of achievements for doing the UK, and apparently there's not. There's no achievement for doing the UK. It's a bit sad for the poor UK, unfortunately. You know, there's no achievements for it. Get a bit of truck going on there, bit of truck action. Got a bit of truck action. Anyway, right, okay, so this place here, if you look down the bottom right-hand corner, if you look at the old GPS, bottom right-hand corner, we've got the speed that we're doing, which is 11, 12, 20 kilometres an hour now. Gear, automatic 8, down to 6 now. Then, we're going to go for it here. Automatic 6. Then we've got the truck itself, which is how damaged it is. A little diagram across the top there with a little picture of a truck. It slowly goes red, and then finally goes a lovely sort of slowly goes red, and then finally the truck starts to malfunction badly, and you can't actually drive it anymore. Followed by the diesel, which is quite low actually. I hadn't realised it was so low on diesel, but I'll probably be able to do this journey within it. Then there's the bed, which I often wait until it starts going blue as you get more fatigued, and then finally it goes red, and I sort of cry a lot because we usually crash into things. Last week it was we took it to the limits. Last week was definitely a limits drive. I quite enjoyed that for that reason. It was quite a limits of that whole thing. I'm going over across this bridge. streaking across there. And then next one is the envelope, which is really underused. It's basically used at the beginning of the game, and then when you get DLC. At the beginning of the game, it tells you what to do, whether or not you need a bank account, and various other bits and pieces. Followed by the time, which is 8:29 AM. It was raining when we finished the video last week. It's raining now. Then we've got the little waypointer. which basically tells us where we're going to get to. And it's 8:31 a.m., 0 kilometers and 1 minute, and there's our destination right here in this Globe Europe. Yeah. Anyway, freight market. So we're going to pick up our load here, which is this diesel generators. It's still got 1 hour and whatever else is before we have to click before we ran out of time to pick that one up, and it's right in front of us. So I'll get ourselves slightly positioned first, and then I'll go through the old reversing and parking. Now this is something that was suggested to me to kind of add to the realism of the game. So I'll just zoom outside first off. So in the back of there we've got a lovely horseshoe shaped thing which you call the fifth wheel, and you have to hit that on the pin, which is the little bit that dangles down underneath each of the trucks. It's a coupling point. So it was recommended to me early on by Mark Middleton, who will be in the comments below, that I should change it to the advanced coupling option, which is in the option menu, and it's worth doing because it basically means I really do actually have to hit the pin against put that pin into the horseshoe shaped fifth wheel and hit the two things together. If you don't, you have to try parking again, and I've slid it in there because it's we could kind of at an angle. We slid it in there. Right. Okay. Let's watch this thing's legs go up. So the legs go up. There we go. And then you can just see in there the lovely. It's a lovely shaped sort of spoiler on this truck. I rather like how it sort of engulfs the sort of truck and makes you more streamlined, thus taking the wind resistance away only slightly though. Because I mean, look, it's flat. Blooming flat at the front, isn't it? So it's only taking it away slightly, but yeah, that's our wind resistance there, sort of taken away a little bit. So let's get a bit of power up. Let's engine away. So there we go. The waypoint is now sort of 10:30 a.m. and we are 1 hour and 55 minutes away. And there is a burger van. Makes me want a burger. I had a curry tonight actually for dinner. Made a curry. Had a vegetarian curry. I like it. So I'm not a bit averse to a bit of mixing up what you're eating, you know, and food wise. So I had a vegetarian curry, vegetarian korma, with some pilau rice and a bit of naan bread. Not naan bread, sorry. Some poppadoms and it was rather nice actually. I'll be honest, but sometimes vegetarian and you know I love a burger sometimes. I really do. There's nothing wrong with a burger occasionally. So. Let's just get across here. That's cool. So how have you all been? Have you had a good week? Have you been busy? Have you done anything exciting? To be fair, I haven't done much exciting this week. I've been quite quiet. I've been out, but I've been quite quiet, to be honest with you.
Turn left.
Drove some of the big vans around at work. There's some pretty. Oh shit! Oh god, that was close. That was very blooming close. Look at that. Very blooming close. Right. Okay. Drove some of the big vans around at work for the fun of it. By big, by the way, I mean transit size. Drove a few of them around, not for fun, but for just to sort of move them about. Nothing very exciting. That's about all I've done this week. I've not done an awful lot really. Oh god, been really bad today. I've pulled right out on this truck here. It's waiting to get across. I'm coming. Seriously, it's back to the bad old days. Oh god, over the curb. What is wrong with me today? I can't drive. There we go. Le Mans. Where am I going? Straight on. Go straight on. Go towards Calais. I can't believe I've not been to Calais. Actually, to be fair, I suppose I can believe because I only ever remember going on the Eurostar and all the games I've played of this over all the years. I don't think I've actually been to the Eurostar. I've been to the Eurostar, so you say. I've just not been to Calais. It's really weird. It's strange to think that has never happened. Rain is absolutely is quite a distraction today. Bit of precipitation going on. Don't think it was this moist in England. I was saying that there was an episode where it was quite moist, wasn't it? But it's a shame there's no achievement for doing the UK. I'm guessing there wasn't very many achievements originally anyway. Oh god, terrible driving. Trying to get that angle on that to see the whole thing. There we go. I think the sun's coming out now. I think we'll be okay letting the water drift across the windscreen here. There we go. It's drifting across the windscreen. Just sort of running a little bit. Slow down as we go through here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There, we did it. Right. Just check nothing's coming up the outside of me. There's almost always something shooting up the outside of me. This truck's going to come swinging across. Look at this. I knew you were going to do that. You just stay put, pal. Jammed everybody in there. Look at that. I wasn't sure whether or not he was actually going to stop for a second there. I have had them run into the side of me before. I remember Spain, when I did Spain. God, I did a lot of episodes in Spain. We did Spain, and Spain, the drivers just drove into me all over the place. It wasn't me, because I wasn't getting the fines, so clearly it wasn't me. But they drove into me all over the place, absolutely everywhere. I was getting sort of tackled by drivers. It was just ridiculous. Right, okay. 1 hour and 17 minutes down there in the bottom right-hand corner. 82 kilometres as we do it. Just working our way down the road. I do like driving these trucks. I do like these Avicos. I would love to get a model one. I have to go back and have a little look and see if I can find any more of those Majorette ones from my local Asda. There was quite a few of those that were sort of you know, in there. I don't know if there is any more, but I will have to have a check, because I haven't had to go get drugs recently, as we all know about my back and the injury to it. I'm feeling a lot better from that, by the way, if you haven't told you already. It's definitely, it's going to take time, but it's much better. So I haven't had a reason to pop into Asda and then pretend to be in the aisles, sort of looking at toys, basically. So no excuses anymore. I bought something the other day when I was at the supermarket, and it was I went to the supermarket. This is why I'm not allowed out. I shouldn't be allowed out on my own, but it was half price, so I was like, yes, I've got to have it. So I saw one of these mini, can't remember what it was, mini, oh god, sorry car, mini Millennium Falcons from Star Wars. So little mini Millennium Falcon with little figures in it, and it was half price, and it was on sale in the store. And me being me, you know, I thought about it for a second. I thought, you know what, I'll get it, and then the missus can give it to me for Christmas. We'll pretend it's a Christmas present anyway. So I get to the till with my Millennium Falcon in my trolley, and the lady says, "Is this for you? Is this for your son?" Because we often shop in the same place, so this lady knows me. And she says, "Is it for your son?" And I said, "No, it's for me." You know, just a big kid, you see. That's what it is. Just a big kid to go on the shelves to look pretty with my other random Star Wars things that I don't like to pay too much money for. So I'm going to go here because these guys seem to be letting me out for some reason. I'm going to accept their generosity and get out on the road. So, yeah. So to go with my many other pieces of plastic tat that I have on the walls. So and trucks. I've got trucks as well. I like to collect things that I'm into. So because I'm into Euro Truck, I've been buying sort of trucks occasionally when I see them. I really like finding them more than anything else in charity shops, you know, and those baskets that they put down, the 50p things, and you dig around, and there they are, that 50p toy, you know, the little truck from somewhere that I find, or you find one for a fiver that's like a whole truck in a box and stuff like that. I'm quite pleased when I find things like that. I do like things like that. It's a horrible nostalgia trip at the end of the day. It's, you know, being an adult and sort of finding those things you liked as a kid, if you can afford to collect them, because to be fair, some of them are even beyond me. You know, if I wanted an original Millennium Falcon as an adult, I without a doubt I'd be parting with between £250 to £500. So what you were talking about? Well, to be fair, dollar for pound, it's exactly the same at the moment, pretty much. So it's about the same. You'd be paying. That's how much you'd be paying for it. There's some cows. I'm going to shout, "You cow!" Oh, look at this lovely little town we're coming up to. Here's our turning, though. Here's our turning. Turn left. Lovely little town. But we can't actually go into the lovely little town. But we can turn left and go into this one here. So this should... Oh, well, maybe it is the town, actually. I don't know. Something, anyway. So notice the traffic density increase. That's Bobster's suggestion. The looking left and right in mirrors, that's Bobster's suggestion too. So adds to the whole thing. There are some minor tweaks you can make to this game that make a massive difference. The advanced coupling, the mirrors left and right, the reducing of density of accidents on the road just by a little bit, not by a lot. You don't have to do a lot. All of these things, when you reduce all of these things, make a huge difference to the game. I mean, when you start out, I mean, you know, with the reduced sort of density of traffic, it's fun. But it's not quite as fun as when you get to the point where you can't get through and you're waiting for ages, and it makes a huge difference. This looks like such a weird looking place. I feel like we're oh my god, it's like some, what the heck is that? Is this a nuclear power plant? Am I going into I've been into fuel depots, big fuel depots. The security in fuel depots, by the way, is quite strong. It is a very strong thing. I've been through fuel depots. These are the places where, you know, the speed limit's 10 miles per hour, and they actually have cameras that enforce it, or even security or police, in the case of the one I went to, sort of doing this. And it's such a weird scenario being in these places. And I mean, I had a car that happened to have a speed limiter on it rather than a sort of speed, you know, cruise control type thing. It's speed limiter. So I put the speed limiter on so that I could do 10 miles per hour, so I wasn't breaking any laws. But yeah, look, quite literally, I've been into places like this, you know, where they are. Oh, I'm hoping this. Oh, look at that. We got some machinery. We got some machinery. I'm really close to the fence over there. Look, I'm really stupid. I'm gonna have to go straight in a bit more before I go any further forward. Anyway, let's push the button to find out what's going on. Let's do this one. Yeah, it's right over that side. So I've got to come in to go over there. So I'm gonna have to come in straight and then go at an angle. So let's pull through this fence. Right, I am going to... Let's have a look at the space in this place. Space in this yard. There isn't much space in this yard. I think what I'm going to do is going to come flat. I'm going to come straight across that way. And then I'm going to reverse the other way and turn in. I think we should be okay doing that. So let's try and do that. There's one of the things that Mark suggested in his comments below. And I'm sure you'll see Mark there. But Mark suggested the best to use the space that you've got. So you know, I will try and use the space that I've got here to go backwards, and then try and swing this in. Now I'm doing this sort of offside, which I really don't want to. So I'm having to use the mirror over here, which is not the mirror I really want to see. Got to remember though, in the real world, you can get out of your blooming truck and have a look. So I'm making some bad manoeuvres here. Look at this. I'm wondering whether or not... Hang on. You can actually get out of your truck and have a look. I am coming in sort of the right direction here. But you can get out, and you know, I would suggest that, you know, occasionally, and then you can do that with the car as well. This is a really weird thing. I'm not telling you something you don't know, but you know, people don't do it. You'd be surprised how many people will persist on driving through something even when they can't really, you know, can't see what they're doing. Now I'm going to hit that, but I am going to do this in the meantime. I'm going to come forward. I'm going to use the space that I've got here. I'm going to look through this window because I can see the spot now, so I can probably swing this. Now this truck has quite nicely, he says, swinging this round, but doing it blind here now, completely blind. This truck has rather nicely got whoa, hit the wall. Rather nicely has an axle that moves at different levels. So if I look out the window, you can see that that wheel moves as well as, I can't see it from here, but if I come out here, those two wheels move. So I've actually got quite a lot of flexibility in my movement. So it actually does help. It's got a lot of flexibility. It shouldn't really do that great. They're grinding your tyres and making flat spots. But yeah, we actually have quite a lot of flexibility in this truck to do that kind of behaviour. Except that wasn't a very clever manoeuvre. But let's come right forward, because I meant to actually come right forward. I'll be honest, I did actually mean to. Try and bring myself as square as possible, and then reverse this in. Try not to hit the bins anymore. There's somebody looking over there. Is there a person there? No, it's a fire extinguisher. Just there, and then sort of just slightly off the side of the truck there. There we go. very happy. Yep, it's ready. Yeah, I'll take that. It's not bad. It's slightly off from the door, really, but I said this to you before, though. You kind of just need to hit between the two lines. It's a little bit less. It's less finicky than you would think it was. What was with it? Anyway, let's press T and let's watch those legs go down, and then the hoses will pop off, but we can't really see that. Oh, go nuclear! I don't think I've ever got that. Didn't know there was an achievement for going nuclear. Wow. I wonder if there's so many nuclear outlets or nuclear things you have to do. That's quite weird. I've never seen that one before. Go nuclear. Anyway, so 125, a little bit of cash, a little bit of money in the bank. Let's just take that. Let's see what the job market's got to. In fact, I'm going to drive here because there is right in front of me. And to be fair, this is the only place that in this town I think that you can go to. So I'm hoping that one of these is a pretty decent load that I can take somewhere, hopefully to Calais. Right, okay. I have actually been in a nuclear power station a couple of times in my lifetime, actually, to be honest. Ossenbrook, that's my original base, one of my bases. Oh, I'm half tempted. It's a long journey though. I'd have to have a sleep in between. What time would I have to get into? Yeah. It wants me to get in between 6 and 12. It's 11 o'clock. Yeah, it's probably time for a sleep in that. You know, you do put the hours in now. Have a little stop in probably just at the outs, just in Belgium there, and then do that. We've got Le Mans, which takes us back the way we came. We've been to Le Mans before. Tempted to do that. Hang on, let's check a look at something else before we do that. Let's press M for map and let's have a little look and see where we're at in the state of things. So if we're going to Ossenbrook, which is here, there is the opportunity to pop into Cologne and stop there. There's also the opportunity to pop in here, so take a little bit of a detour. So in fact, there's kind of an opportunity to do 1, 2, 3, Dusseldorf, Duisburg. You got an opportunity to do a lot of German things as we go. I still fancy the Calais thing though. It's one of these weird ones. I think this is the thing with France. I think I ended up getting thrown out of France because I was too busy going across other places in Europe. I am tempted by that one because it's a decent load. Let's press the enter button here again and have a look at this job. I am tempted by it. Which one is it? Is it an excavator as well? It's 26 tons. It's tempting. We would have to stop halfway, but it would be an interesting video, especially as it's one of my excavators. Let's just do it. Let's do it. It's a heavy cargo. It's standard delivery and it's a high value cargo, and 26 tons. I can easily take that with this truck. This truck can easily take that configuration. Look at this. Heavy cargo. You know, it is this is a good optimized for heavy car, optimized for heavy ones. I'm already optimized, so let's do it. Let's take that job. So let's have a little look and see where this load is, and this will be a two-parter for sure now. Let's just have a little look. There it is over there. Right, swing us round. Just where I am. Okay, and in we go. And in we go.
Let's do this.
And there we are. We're connected up. So there's the Volvo. Let's press the T so that we can see the legs go up and see it connect. I wonder if it's a flexible trailer. This lovely looking machine. Excavator for chopping through earth. Very nice. Right, okay, before we do anything else though, let's have a look at this map and let's see what we can do here. So I'm thinking that we're probably looking at, first off, there's two things here. First off, we need some diesel. So where's the closest place to diesel? It is here. So let us get some diesel there. That's my first waypoint that I need to put in. Now, we're going to go past Cologne. So let's... How far is that? No. Nope. Not sure how far that is. Let's make a. I'll make a judgment call here. So I think I can get to about. Where can I get to with and sleep? I think I can get to here. Yeah, I think that's the place that we're gonna have to stop, about here. So I think we're gonna get to here before we do anything. So I'm gonna put that in now, like that. So we got the 2 waypoints. Right, let us away with this truck. Oh yeah, can feel that pulling. Beautiful. That's what we like to see. Let's go for it. Charging out of there. No problems at all with that. Getting up to speed. We need to get some diesel first though, so I'm hoping that we've got enough fuel to get us to that first petrol station, or diesel station, or gas station, if we're going to go with an Americanism. I don't know why the word gas though. It's not why I would call it. Oh no, it's gasoline, isn't it? That's what it is. That's why it's called gas. I've just realised my own stupidity with that one. Gasoline. So why do we call it petrol? Now I'm thinking about it. If it's gasoline, is that I assume that's the metric that's used worldwide, because that's pretty much where the barrel price comes from, doesn't it? Of fuel, from the US version of this. So why do we use? If they use, well, we use petroleum, don't we? That's why it's petrol for us. So petroleum is the UK equivalent. I'm going to push out here. Let's see if I can get this lot to stop. What are you doing? Go. Yeah, they use the petroleum. Diesel's diesel because it's named after the creator, the discoverer, the namer, the guy who found it. I don't know, made it first. I'm sure it's. I can't remember. I assume his last name's Diesel. Maybe his first name was Vin. Maybe he was Fast and Furious all at the same time. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he was. Was he Fast and Furious? Possibly. Quite liked those early Fast and the Furious movies, actually. I'll have to admit, I did kind of like them. And then they got all silly. Now, I don't mind them being all silly, because they were all silly to begin with, but they got really, really silly, didn't they? I quite liked the first ones. There was one, wasn't there one in, like, the middle? Something like a... Shit. What the hell were you doing? Where the hell were you? How did I get... What? Where were you? Did anybody see him in my mirrors? Because I did not see that man. I was busy talking about the Fast and the Furious, wasn't I? So I quite like those early movies. Weird. I don't know where he came from. I did not see him in my mirror, and I didn't see him when I turned out. He seemed like he'd come round me for some reason. Why would he come round me? I was in the right lane, wasn't I? Farmhouse there. Oh, lovely yellow flowers, the old rapeseed as they are. Makes oil. That's what the main output from that is. Oil. There's a little side road. You'd be surprised. I'm surprised that one's not open, actually, considering, you know, somewhere to park and a little place along the road. Getting some speed up here, cheating those few miles an hour, trying to make it across the country as quickly as possible, crossing two European states. I wonder how that's affecting trucking now, though, with the changes with Brexit and whatever else is. It must be, if you were driving a Euro truck or a UK truck, I would assume you had to do a number of things. Oh, diesel's just there. I'm gonna go for it. I really thought about it for a second there, though. I really did. I really thought about changing direction for a second there. Really, really, really thought about that. I could actually hear the cogs in my brain whirring when I was looking at that one. Just working out whether or not I actually wanted to make that decision. Okay, on the road. Yeah, cogs are whirring. Oh, I may have made a mistake though. Look at the diesel now. We're down to 2 little thin pixel bars of truck juice. Yeah, 2 little pixel bars of truck juice. That's not good. We get some speed up here. Oh, at least we're on a equivalent of a motorway, an A road that they've got here. So at least we're on that. I mean, that's, I guess, a bonus. I said that like it was a question, didn't I? I was like, it's a bonus? Am I driving a truck? Is it a truck? Yeah. Bit of a bonus there, I guess, though, to actually you know, I don't even remember what the word bonus was used for, to be honest with you at this point. I'm just questioning the bonus. Oh, something going on. Something going on. We've got a crash. I always find these quite... They're all standing around though, looking like it's not on fire anymore. I always think it's really interesting, these sort of games, you know, these games where they put in sort of real life things. I remember when I actually first saw it, I was really quite perturbed, really, that these things actually happened, that accidents were there, and that they were a thing. It really did surprise me, to be honest. Oh, nice straight road. Do need to ease off from 100 kilometers an hour though, because I'm going to get into trouble. There we go. Look at that, thundering through. I love the air things on the front of this. The way you can see through there, those air things right at the front there, in the front of the truck. I'm assuming that obviously for stability and making sure that you don't get blown around when you're driving. That's really... They look cool, though. I'll be honest, they look really blooming cool, don't they? I'm assuming there's a whole lot of other aerodynamic things on trucks that I really are totally unaware of, and I'll admit it. I mean, I'm obviously unaware of these things. Still what I would call a beginner, even after all of these games I've played of it. As a person I know who's got like 5,000 hours on this, I mean, I'm not even close to that number of hours. I'll be brutally honest, I'm not.
Keep left.
Is it 10,000? I believe you're a savant. That's the word where you're like the savant, or is it? Yes, where you're the expert at it. And 10,000 hours on anything, and you're like, whoa. You guys just came to a sudden halt. Wow. There's a heavy load to be flying around like this. Here we go. The fuel thing. Oh my god, it went red as I just pulled up. I mean, that's some clever driving by me. Pure fluke, by the way. Pure fluke. 100% fluke. 100% fluke. Never really managed that precisely. That was really lucky. Extremely lucky. Why have I chosen the narrower of the two here? Oh, this is a mistake. Right, time to load her up with some diesel. Get some juice in there. Properly filling up. Oh yeah, 7,000 euros. That's a totally different engine as 7,000 euros. Let me just grab my coffee for a second while we're paused. Well, sort of paused. We're getting diesel. toilets in front of us. The La Toilette. So we can do Le Pou. Now we started the engine. I'm just watching that coming through here. Well, we're straight enough. Yeah, we're alright actually. Go get free. Checking the mirrors as we go. Should have checked them earlier though. Wouldn't have ran into that van. I'm pretty convinced that van went round me, by the way. I'm fairly convinced of it. Because I don't remember seeing it in this mirror here. And you can see quite low and whatever else it is in the mirror. I was in the car the other day, and I was quite jealous of its blind spot indicator. Basically, a little orange light comes on in the corner of the mirror, and that's your blind spot indicator. I thought that was really kind of cool. I'm sure I've seen those before, but I just hadn't seen one for ages, and I was like, that's really blooming cool. I like that idea of blind spot indicator. Just the point you can't see anything. Loving this truck, by the way. I know this is a fancier brand. This one, this is the Highway, Stralius Highway, but as a fancier truck, I do quite like it, and I like the spoilers and all the other bits and pieces to improve its aerodynamics. It's really cool. I'm looking at it now. Can you get windows where that little bit is in the side there, above next to the window, in the cab? I'm assuming you can. I'm assuming that's an option that you can get windows there, because that looks like a spot that should be pushed out. Because if it was just flat, you would think it was just flat, wouldn't you? I may be wrong, but is that? Can you get windows in the back like that? Would you want windows in the back like that? I suppose you might do. I suppose if you're spending a lot of time in this thing, you know, and it's kind of your home from home, you might want that, to be honest with you. Right, okay, so we have 7 hours and 57 minutes. I've just pushed the F6 button, and basically I can see how long I need before I rest, which is 5 hours and 30 minutes. There's still 23 hours on the job, which means we've got enough time for a sleep in between, because it's just too long to travel without going all the way. So we're going to try and get ourselves. I mean, we've only got 7 hours and 48 minutes left game time to get there, but that's far too long to go without a sleep. So what we're going to do is we're going to push it on until I get to the point where we've got to pull in for a sleep. So I think I've marked a place already, didn't I? So that's the place we're going to pull in, and then we'll take the truck in for its final sort of destination and drop off at that point. It's just interesting to go back to Ossenbrook, because that's obviously where I've got a garage in its own right. I haven't been back to Ossenbrook in ages. If I remember rightly, it has a cathedral. I remember reading about these things. It's got a cathedral. It's there. And something else. There's something else special about Ossenbrook. And I also like to say in the words Ossenbrook. Just a great set of words. Or a great word. There we go. We're on the road. Now I'm not pulling over yet. So we've got a bit more to go. It was about, was it 700 miles, something similar? So we've got time. We've got plenty of time on this job. The scoop ice cream. Get a scoop with a lollipop on the side. It's like a whiskey chaser. Not quite. Oh, sugar. What's going on? Sugar. What is going on? There is madness on the roads. There is madness on the roads. It's all come to a halt. There's madness on the roads. Don't know what's going on, but we're I think it's things joining and whatever else it is, and it's all gone mad. Madness on the roads. Let's get going. Let's put the F3 again. Oh, he's pulling past me. Okay, you just pull past me like that. Yeah, I know. Although I've got the horsepower, I've got the load is a massive factor. Somebody said that's glass. It was certainly glass. I think it's glass that they carry those things. It's weird though that they're such they're such. I guess it's safety, Because, you know, if glass breaks or that breaks, that's going to be horrendous to clean up. So I guess that the armour-plated truck that it is makes sense, doesn't it? Well, I think it does anyway. I think that the armour-plated nature of it just makes sense that you're not going to do that. That truck looking good. Looking good. With my excavator on board. My Volvo excavator. Now, Volvo heavy goods stuff is actually a bit of a downloadable content. You can buy it. It's a pack. Usually they sell it with the one for the American Truck Simulator as well, so you get both for your money. But as I say, it's a pack that you can have, so it's kind of cool. Okay, ploughing on. 2,915 kilometers on this truck. That's what it says down below in the middle of the dashboard. You can see the speed info. It's an automatic 12, and then distance, and that's how many actual miles I put on this brand new truck. 2,900. Not that many, really. Not that many. Start chalking them up as we go. Right. Is it suggesting sleeping yet? No, it's not. It's not where I put it. Scarlet J just made 35,000 and has leveled up. I'm not blooming surprised at 35,000. That's awesome. Really impressed by that. So this is the border between France and Belgium. Belgium. The home of Brussels. Birds in the sky. Touching the edge of the curb, making the vehicle vibrate with joy. No, it's not with joy, it's with the fact that I'm touching the edge of the curb. It's just ridiculous. Silly boy. 29 degrees. I can see that in the dash as well. We've got speedo. In the bit at the bottom of the stair, there's a little LCD. Can't beat a bit of LCD action. Lovely bit of LCD action going on there. And it says it's 29 degrees. That's lovely. It's quite warm, actually. I'll be quite pleased to be in an air-conditioned vehicle. I'm going to assume I've got air conditioning. Blooming hope so. Oh, it's me swerving around to try to look at air conditioning. You would hope I've had air conditioning. I've got at least 3 fans pointing at me though. One with a nice scented plug-in on it. Lovely. I'm gonna get rid of my Oda the truck driver. That's a lovely green truck going there. Do you remember the M&M's incident? The great big M&M DAF XF. Was it XF or XG? XG it was. The XG with the digital mirrors. The DAF XG with digital mirrors. That's a free piece of DLC, by the way. You can download that yourself. There was a bit of an accident involving my great big lime green truck and a poor innocent bystander. I think I hit his car. I saw the bystander and then I hit his car at massive speeds. It was not clever. It was not big. It was not clever. It's a good episode though. Stupid, but good episode. There are some good episodes when I make huge mistakes. There definitely are some good episodes. Okay. I am just pushing on forward. Do like this game. I really do. I mean, I play these when I'm recording these. I play them during the week. I record it during the week. So basically, I'm taking a bit of time from obviously the coming home from work, relaxing, having something to eat, like I did to this evening. You know, the old curry, as I was talking about, a korma. Relaxing from work and sort of getting a bite to eat. Grabbing a cup of coffee just to stimulate the old brain cells and with a bit of unfiltered, filtered caffeine. I'm gonna pull over. Can I pull over? No, I can't pull over. Probably should not be in this lane here. I'm a bit wide for it. Yeah, very wide for it. There's a car beside me. I've just nearly squished him. He's had to back off. I am far too wide for that lane. I've got to stay in the one that says Liege, not Luxembourg. Luxembourg.
Keep left, and then continue
Just
straight.
trundling through. I wonder what they're doing now then for the next bit of DLC, the next map DLC. I know they haven't done one. They obviously were going to do Into Russia, which is obviously politically and I guess slightly, you know, difficult to do at the moment or justify with their kind of can't say kind of their war on or illegal war on the Ukraine. I guess SCS Software will be working on their next DLC, but I don't know what that DLC will be or what country that'll be. Careful, cars. I was watching there. I was expecting them to do their thing, which was to charge into me. There's a few people working there. I went through some roadworks the other day, and literally there was nobody on it. There was loads of vehicles, but nobody on the roadworks. I thought to myself, what are they doing? Long roadworks as well, miles long, 5 or 10 miles long. I'll say 5 or 10 miles. That's actually very long. About 5 miles long, say. And there was nobody on it. There was nobody doing anything, or not that I could see anyway. And the whole road was. I mean, maybe they'd done something early in the morning, but we weren't. When we went through, me and my colleague went through. It wasn't that late. And I thought, what are they doing? What is the plan here? Right, so the bed is going very blue down the bottom right hand corner now. So we're almost exhausted. We're almost done our massive journey that we can do. So we get the pleasure of pulling up in a service station and actually sort of sleeping for the night. Now this kind of is one that leads me to one of the things. Now after people say to me, you know, even my wife says to me, she says, oh, you've been to this town? And I said, yeah, I went to an industrial estate, or I went to a shopping centre or whatever else. I didn't go there for pleasure, you know, when I'm working. We don't go for pleasure. You know, you go to do a job. I mean, you know, that somebody said to my colleague the other day, he'd been to Dundee. They said, oh, it's lovely there. And he went, I didn't see it. I saw an industrial estate. And it's true. That's what happens. You don't see these things. You know, you kind of you know, this is what you see. You don't see those things. I never see this kind of stuff. Sometimes if I pass through a town and I see something, so I think, oh, that is actually a town worth revisiting. But on the scale of things, you know, you don't get a chance to. You don't stop and sightsee when you're working. Unfortunately, that's the nature of the beast. It just doesn't happen unless you're a tour guide, and I suppose then you might stop and have a look, possibly. But no, you don't tend to do that. So one of those things. So here we go. I'm going to pull over if I can. It says to pull over. We got Doug still on the old speech thing. I did actually quite like it when we did somebody's different voice. What's your favourite GPS voice? Is it Doug, or is it something else? Have you got a favourite GPS voice? I did like it. I've still got a thing for Helga. Was it Helga? It was Helga. I'm sure it was. It was Helga. She was. There was a boat, by the way, in there. Did you see the tug? That was kind of cool. No, I still have a bit of a thing for Helga because she's so authoritarian with her sort of speeches and things like that. You know, sort of very authoritarian. Liked it.
Go straight on.
We are blasting through here. I'm throwing it through. Oh, here we go. Into Germany now. Now, there's some stop. I actually stopped on the German border. Look at this, though, for timing. Look at this. Can you believe? I'm going to stop in Belgium, I think. Can you believe that I've done this? Look at that with the timing on my little blue thing. That is unreal. Where do I stop? There, right here. My God. I'm wondering whether I should stop somewhere else though, because I haven't really got anything to eat here. There isn't even any facilities. It's just on the border. I'm going to go to the next one. It's just a little bit up the road. I'm gonna go a little bit further. But yeah, it's just gone blue. The bed. It's not quite red yet, which is obviously bad news because we're exhausted at that point. But it has. There we go. It's yawning for the first time. Yeah, we're gonna go over the border because look, this one here is definitely a service station, and I without a doubt I need a service station. I'm not going to stop at a sort of a blank spot. Why would I want to do that? So I want to be in a service station. So we're going to go in here into a service station. We're going to find ourselves somewhere to park at this G or Gob. It's called Gob. Like me, got a Gob. It's got a Gob. Oh, what's that car? What's that fancy car over here? There's a fancy car as well. Let's come through here. What's this? Oh my god, look at the fancy car! Look at this! It's not a Lamborghini, but it's most definitely a Lamborghini. Look at that. Wow. It's not a Lamborghini, but it's definitely a Lamborghini. Look at that. That's a fancy looking car. I like that. Does look good. So, and I'm just starting to yawn, which is perfect timing. This is absolutely perfect. Of course, I can stop. I'm stopping here for a reason, because of course there's facilities here. There's loos, toilets. There's obviously food, and there's a Lamborghini. So we can take that out for a drive. But I think this is a better location to stop than the other one, because the other one was just literally I guess a place to just stop and rest, I guess, but not the resting in the way I want to do. Right, okay, so we're nicely parked now as well. I'm still obsessed by the Lamborghini over there. That's kind of cool. Right, okay, so we're parked. There's nobody here, but we're parked. Let's press enter, and we'll have our sleep. Get some rest. It'll be the middle of the night when we get up, to be honest with you. It'll be 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, which is a shame because we're not going to be able to see it. Oh, the beacon's on. Forgot to put the beacon on. Beacon's still on. Look. Mustn't have turned that off last time we did the thing. I was clever, look. What a clever boy I am for leaving my beacon on. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, and we'll pick this up next week. So I've been your host, Real Generic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye now.